Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another one. This is going to be a great one. So, do whatever you got to do, and let's get right into it.
Did anyone else find the invitations to the all-white party extremely weird? This is the highest profile party in the world called the all-white party. It's hosted by billionaire Michael Rubin and it happens every year on the 4th of July. But there was something about the invitations that just didn't sit right with me. This one is Tom Brady's, this one right here is Drake's, and this is Quavo's. You can see all of the celebrities' invitations if you just look them up. But if you pause and look at the artwork, there's some weird stuff going on. These invitations were done by George Condo. This is a very popular artist and some of his artwork goes for millions of dollars, and he gave each celebrity their own unique invitation. And I looked up some of his artwork and he has a lot of interesting stuff, including when he collabed with Kanye West for one of his album covers, he drew him up a bunch of artwork. Yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself. A lot of people question what actually goes down during this party, especially after they saw what Michael Rubin made Meek Mill do, jumping around like a bunny because he supposedly lost a bet. And then in the private jet, when Lil Baby and Meek Mill were saying that they were gonna get drunken hugs if they don't behave at the party.
Tonight, I don't care what anyone says, you're getting a drunken hug. You too, drunken hugs are coming tonight.
Did anyone else find the invitations to
Hey, guess what they signed up for?
An anteater's tongue is so long that it can reach the bottom of a huge anthill. Once inside, they use their tongue to navigate the tunnels while looking for ants. Then they'll flick in and out rapidly, trapping the ants on their tongue. They can do this because their tongues are coated in a sticky saliva. They'll suck their tongue back inside their mouths and feast on the ants. An anteater's tongue is so long that it can reach the
Big Mama Energy, Kundalini, we Nubian. Drop jewels, giving them gems, sliding the rubies in. This the great awakening, listen, this time we truly win. Planet Kai, circle of life, that's just the school we in. Big Mama Energy, Kundalini, we Nubian. Drop jewels, giving them gems, sliding the rubies in. This the great awakening, listen, this time we truly win. Planet Kai, circle of life, that's just the school we in. Peace to all the star seeds, light bringers, this glorious. To share the truth, exposing this fake matrix like Morpheus. Shaka Zulu energy, 9 ether, we warriors. Risen in the slums, ain't used to living luxurious. In the hood, they sold 12-12s to be victorious. 112 showed them sky's the limit, just like Notorious. The elevate is the ideal plan. I'm carbonated to calcify the pineal gland. We've been stripped of our culture, customs, and ancient sciences. They hijacked the cosmic wisdom to form alliances. But now we taking the planet back. Lighter replace the dark. Children of the sun, this is the rise of the matriarch. Leading all our people with strength like the tribe of Judah. At peace like Buddha, we finally out of the Kali Yuga. The black sun rays and releasing etheric radiation. We gon' shift this whole realm soon as we go through activation. Big Mama Energy, Kundalini,
that.
we
That was
Nubian.
good. That was good.
I just found out some really creepy stuff about Chris Brown's stalker, and even he is scared for his life. I believe this is her at a Chris Brown meet and greet. He had no idea of what she was doing at the time, but pay attention to how she is dressed in all red, even her hair, because there's a conspiracy about this woman that's just gonna send chills down your spine. But this is no ordinary stalker. She was sending death threats to Chris Brown and his dancers.
Okay, what I gotta do, if I gotta join a gang, if I gotta do some mob shit, I don't care. Cause even I can say it, cause you go with the wrong crew, you don't go to jail. Shit, man, I gotta work for the government. Where can I legally kill? Cause I'm coming for you motherfuckers as soon as I can. Might be 20 years from now, laugh, laugh, hee hee, ha ha. When I can legally kill, I can kill it. My word is over your word, and they gonna believe me over you.
She also found a way onto his neighbor's property. I think she said she was gonna tour the house to buy it or something, just so she can get pictures and videos of his house. She finally makes it to the backyard, and then you can see her saying this is a nice view, and his house is right there.
Move them, and the view is nice.
That's weird. Pretty weird.
Now back to the conspiracies. People are saying this might be some type of demonic possession because one, she's dressed in all red, and in this video I'm about to show you, she says that she keeps sending him Bibles and books that has to do with God, and I just found out some really creepy stuff.
4 things I absolutely avoid as a cardiac surgeon. Number one, smoking. No question, the single worst thing you can do for your entire body. Destroys your lungs, causes lung cancer, high cardiovascular risks, heart attacks, and strokes. Don't smoke. Alcohol. Hate to break it to you, toxic. Toxic to every cell in your body. Your body, your rules, you decide for yourself. For me personally, removing alcohol from my life has probably been one of the most transformative decisions I've made as an adult. All the cool kids are doing it. Give it a shot. Soft drinks, liquid death. Just don't drink them. Period. Done. Number 4, avoid breads and pastas. Avoid the refined flours and wheats.
Wow.
80% of weight control is diet. 20% is exercise. I guarantee you, you can out-eat any exercise that you do. So be conscious about what you're putting in your mouth.
Yeah,
things
that is true.
Absolutely.
That is true. It don't matter how much you work out, man. You gotta be eating healthy too, for real. It's definitely can mess up your body, for real. But yes, man, get your exercise in too, for real, every day. Take a walk, all that good stuff.
We get a little money. We get above our people, or so we think. We're not in the hood no more. We lost the idea of what it feels like to not eat too much. We start getting to the point to where we like, okay, cool, I'm rubbing shoulders with these people. I got a lot of money here, boom, boom, boom. And you think that because you have more money, that makes you closer to an elite. No, it doesn't. You're a rich Negro. Every one of us will receive our N-word wake-up call. You will always receive that. You make the wrong person irritated, you will be reminded of exactly who you are. Every one of us. I don't give a damn how much money you have, because you're a millionaire and you can't speak the truth. You are still a slave. You just rich. You got more slave masters in your bank account. That's the only difference between you and me. But I can speak the truth where you can't. I would never trade places, ever. But at that point, we have to be mindful that humility is something that we all need to receive. Whether if you're rich, you're poor, whatever you want to call it, we have to sit down, learn our history and learn the history, and then be willing to take responsibility and hold ourselves accountable for the things that we do and the things that we fail to do. We get a little money. We get above our people, or so we think. We're not in the hood no more. We lost the idea of what it feels like to not eat too much. We start getting to the point to where we like, okay, cool, I'm rubbing shoulders with these people. I got a lot of money here, boom, boom, boom. And you think that because you have more money, that makes you closer to an elite. No, it
Plastic surgery is getting out of hand. It starts off with lip fillers, BBLs, but over time, people ain't gonna look real no more. You cannot tell me this shit is attractive, bruh. This is a real lady years after her plastic surgery. And these body modifications are starting to get dangerous. This X marks the spot ass hand. But nah, seriously, people are doing way too much. Because who would want a big ass snake in their arm? And you can't tell me your body fucking with this. And some plastic surgery be actually stretching faces. I know you wouldn't do this, but for the ones that would, start developing more self-love and embrace your natural self. Because nobody's perfect, and doing this to yourself is only making shit worse. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section.
That is
hit follow
sad.
if you want to hear more of the truth. Love y'all, family. Stay safe.
That is so sad. People would do this to themselves like that.
Somebody done throw you in there with your ops. He grabbed you immediately, put you in the full Nelson. Oh
what?
My God, he start eating your ass. It don't matter. It don't even matter no more. It don't even matter. One of your legs already gone down the nigga's throat. Boom, it's over with. He chewing. He going straight for that booty. Look, this nigga's crazy. And you knew he was crazy when you got into it with him. Look at you, you twitching, shaking and shit. What the fuck you shaking for? That's not finna change nothing. The outcome is your ass is ate up. That's what it is. I see something been biting on you. Your ass been ate up. Look at him, he's standing there in a full 4. 4 legs down, 2 legs up. Then they got legs, he got hands and legs on his mouth. Could you imagine that? Beefing with a nigga with hands and legs on his mouth? Somebody done throw you in there with your ops. He grabbed you immediately.
Oh my God. That is so sad. That spiders just died. Oh my God. I would hate to like be a spider in that situation. Like what? Like what do you do? He just grab you like that. Like what? And just eat you alive.
You in the full Nelson. Oh my God.
Wow. He just started going crazy. Oh like
This is a very strong magnet. When we pour liquid nitrogen on it, nothing happens between the two magnetic poles. When we pour liquid oxygen on it, there is an attraction between the two magnetic poles. This proves there is electromagnetic energy within oxygen. This is why the word breath means spirit, because when we breathe deeply and do breath meditation, we strengthen our electromagnetic field, which is your spirit, your spiral. Breathing exercises sends oxygen, which is energy, to the brain and stimulates the pineal gland. You can quite literally trip off your breath because your lungs produce DMT, and when you breathe deeply, you can activate a mystical experience or an out-of-body experience during meditation. So when you breathe deeply for long periods of time, you will feel yourself going lightheaded because you're activating your consciousness, you're awakening your pineal gland and your spirit. Whatever you do, stop breathing through your mouth.
I don't breathe through my mouth, so.
It's a synergism of subtle little things that mess up black ability to see itself right. Just think about as children, Tooth Fairy. Think, look, little white girl. The rainbow shows up. We don't tell the child that the rainbow is the product of the sun that's 93 million miles away, sending a ray of light at 186,000 miles per second, and it begins to penetrate one of the droplets of water that is in the cloud that was formed by the earth, having its water pulled by the moon and gathering 6 miles above civilization. So whenever the 58 facets of light began to shine through the raindrop, it begins to reflect through the raindrop and produce something called a rainbow. We see a rainbow, say, you know, it's a leprechaun, a little white boy. So Tooth Fairy, little white girl. Leprechaun, don't forget about Santa Claus. So the programming, how do you fall in love? Cupid, a little naked little white baby with some chicken wings on the back, shooting you with an arrow to make you fall in love. These are little play stories that have a real effect on our mind. Because the child now thinks love comes from white people. Money comes from white people. Gold comes from white people. All the gifts are going to come from them. It's a synergism of subtle little things that mess up black.
Don't drink milk, no dairy milk, no fried fish at all. Never been to GNC in my life. Never take nothing from GNC my whole life. I'm a naturalist. Water. Water is the key. Don't drink milk, no dairy milk, no fried fish at all. Never been to GNC in my life.
Here, grab your ID for me.
Have you ever wondered why, if you minus all of the opposite numbers on a clock, it adds up to 6? 6 is the number of time, space and matter. 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute, 24 hours in a day, 2 plus 4 equals 6. Altogether, that's 666. The cube has 6 sides, and this is the geometric shape which gives rise to matter. Everything inside of the physical world has 6 sides: up, down, right, left, back and forward. We live in a 3-dimensional physical world where everything has 6 sides. The cross of Jesus is an unfolded cube. In Mecca, they worship the black cube, and the famous toy of Jack in the Box. Cube symbolizes the physical plane, the triangle symbolizes the ethereal plane. In order to project our consciousness outside of the physical plane, where we are not bound by time, space and matter, you have to think outside the box. It's truth in plain sight. We are Jack in the Box. The North Pole of Saturn, you have the cube. Add up all the sides, it creates a 6-pointed star with 6 mini triangles and 6 sides, 666. We are created out of carbon, and carbon is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. The body is the mark of the beast because this is the mark of time, space and matter. Our consciousness is hexed into time, space and matter. And that's why the Bible says Satan, who is the god of this world. Satan is Saturn. Saturn is the god of this world. Saturn is pretty much the computer that we are in. Have you ever wondered why, if you minus all of the opposite
at the East Gate. Grandmaster Hiram Beth, I'm glad to meet you, Russell. Give me the secrets of a master mason, or I will take your life. This is no time or place for man, no secrets.
What's going on?
Not to me about time, place, nations.
Weird video of Mason ritual film about
undercover.
undercover
Master or I will take your life.
It behooves you in this rooted, wild man with us to demand no secrets. When the temple's completed, yet found worthy, you'll then receive them lawfully as I have.
You have passed Jubilo. Me you cannot pass. My name is Jubilo, well known for my determination of character. What I undertake, that I do. Give me the secrets of a master mason instantly, for I will take your life.
I will not.
What? Still persist? Then die.
What? Bruh, what is going on? I'm skipping this.
Nostradamus saw in his future 3 men that he called antichrists. One was Napoleon, the second one was Hitler, and the third one is the one that is to come.
We have so much scientific evidence for the benefits of the Mediterranean diet in terms of longevity, overall lowest risks of disease. I think most of your listeners are familiar with the Mediterranean diet, heavily on fruits and vegetables and whole grains, olive oils, oily fish. So recently, a green Mediterranean diet is posed as being even healthier, and this reduces animal products even further, increases fruits and vegetables, especially sources of polyphenols. And these are antioxidant compounds that are found in plants, in fruits, vegetables, especially berries, tea, and dark chocolate. We have so much scientific evidence for the benefits of
8 years sober myself, bud. You struggling with it? I just try to plant little seeds. That's why I'm in the aisle. If the help's wanted, you know. Because I know when you abuse it to your body, it's not loving. You know?
Right.
Got a place to stay and all that, bud?
It's like they be getting so mad.
I am married and all that, bud.
Why do they get so irritated? Like, man, he's just trying to help you out, you know? Maybe they should be like, yeah, you know what, I shouldn't be drinking. It's like, come on. They be getting so mad, like, dang. They really love drinking.
But,
for real, look at them.
Get
Trying to figure out what he gonna get.
Swing it, whatnot. Oh, the iced tea.
Okay.
Remember that guy that hit that man in the face with the twisted tea? You remember that? In the gas station there, bud. It was viral. It was viral, bud. Yeah, you didn't see that? World star and whatnot. Love you.
That's what's up. Good thing he didn't get nothing crazy, you know.
8 years sober myself, man. Struggling with it. You struggling with it? Oh, okay. I just try to plant little seeds.
No, I'm good.
I run a program. I got a program.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good.
6-month boot camp, bud.
I know I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah. I know denial was a huge part of my process, personally.
Huge.
But, I submitted and got my life together.
Good for you.
You struggling
How you doing, bud?
with it.
You with her? Oh, okay. You struggling with it? The booze in it and stuff like that, bub. Oh, okay. Well, holler at me if you need a place to stay and all that. There won't be no boozing it up or nothing like that. How you doing, bub? Good. 8 years sober myself, man. 8 years sober.
8 years sober myself, man. Yo, this dude, I don't know what.
Something about
y'all may not think he's funny, but I don't know. I just find him funny, for real. Dude is hilarious, man.
outside isn't the same anymore.
You guys, something very strange and sinister is going on. I can't put my finger on it.
The body you had in your past life is still buried somewhere on this planet right now. Do you believe in magic? So every time you pass a graveyard, you might be looking at one of your tombstones from your past lives. These people that control this world know how to do dark magic, and they know how to bring you back to this planet over and over. It's because our bodies still exist on this dimension. So whatever we are attracted to or attached to, we will always come back to it. A good movie that speak about all this type of stuff is Cloud Atlas. It tells you how we are connected from life after life, and every choice we make will dictate our past or our future. So these timelines of our past, present, and the future, it exists right now. What's creepy about this story is none of us remember who we were in our past lives. We don't know what kind of job we had, our name, our family, our pet name. So we could be anybody. We could be walking past a tombstone of another person, not realizing that was us 100 years ago. If you have any phobias in this life, it's coming from your past life. What you fear the most in this life is how you died in your past life. So we keep reincarnating in the same life lessons until we conquer it. If you don't pass your life lessons, you will reincarnate over and over forever. The body you had in your past life.
Upon a time in a faraway land called Lao Cai, nestled among the majestic mountains of northern Vietnam, a young girl's captivating image was frozen in time by a talented French photographer named René Tetard. This girl was no ordinary.
Dreams carry messages. Dreaming is a low-powered astral projection. You are leaving the physical body, the conscious mind, into the subconscious realms of the astral imagination realm. Astral plane is the screen in your mind that allows you to imagine an apple. If you see Jesus in your dream, this is not Jesus. It is your belief materializing in the fourth dimension, the imagination realm. You know when you have them dreams when people are chasing you? This is a negative aspect of your mind which is materializing itself. All of the trauma, all of the negative events that have happened are stored within your subconscious, and these are materializing itself and showing it to you in your dreams. Everything in your dream is an aspect of your own mind, therefore it is showing you messages. If you cannot control your dreams, this is your subconscious controlling the dream. You can't control your dreams because you think it's just a dream. When it's not, it's actually a whole other reality. You are a multi-dimensional consciousness. You must remove the program of it's just a dream. Before you go to sleep, consciously think and feel and believe that you will control your dream. Throughout the day, you need to be doing reality checks by pinching yourself and saying, am I dreaming? This will train your subconscious mind to say this while you are dreaming, and when you pinch yourself in your dream, you will become lucid. Once you are lucid, you can then go gain knowledge and do whatever you want in the realms of the mind. Whatever you do, never look into a mirror. Dreams carry messages. Dreaming is a low.
That is a good thing to do, like pinching yourself to make sure you're dreaming or not. Because if you in your dream and you pinch yourself and you don't feel nothing, you can be like, oh, I'm dreaming. This is a dream. That is a good way to put it. That's interesting. And dreams like that, when you lucid dream, them jumps be feeling so real. Oh man, you be like, dang, I need to get out of here. For real, definitely if you get in some type of danger. You know, y'all know how them go. Real.
People are oblivious to reality. They only see what they want to see. Imprisoned by their mind's restrictions. And all they have to do is shift their perspective to see the full scope of things.
Wow. That was real. That was a real message right there. If you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. For real. That was a message right there. You talking to your higher self.
To reality.
One more time.
They only see what they want to see.
Yup.
Imprisoned by their mind's restrictions.
Wow.
And all they have to do is shift their perspective.
That's really it. Just shift your perspectives. For real. Everybody got their own perspective though, and their own opinion. So I mean, it's up to you though. However way you want to look at it, it's up to you.
Me versus. Whoa, wait, don't give away too much, man. Yeah, okay. I can say clone. I want to say clone. All right, so there's like a clone by Ang Lee. Right. When it comes out, let's get a selfie real quick.
This is crazy.
Me versus. Whoa, wait, don't.
This is why people on Ozempic have the Ozempic face. On top of this, they're experiencing hair loss and they're losing their booties. Ozempic face is very common in people taking Ozempic and other things like that. Their skin pretty much starts to sag and get very dull and droopy. You kind of have like a hollowed out appearance. And this is because you lose a lot of fat that's in your face. A lot of people combat that with filler or get other things done. And I mean, if you think about it, anyone of any age, if you have rapid weight loss, you're gonna have all of this extra skin because it doesn't have time to like stretch and like spring back. In some cases are more extreme than others. The hair loss has to be from malnutrition. This happens because people are not meeting their protein goals. You have to exercise and eat protein to keep your muscle while you're losing your fat, or you're just gonna be skin. I have a friend on this, and I know this is not my friend. This is a random picture of someone on the internet. But I know you lose your appetite. That's why it's really important to make sure you're taking care of yourself if you're gonna do these things. I'm team natural, but you do you, boo. And who knows, like I could go back on that later.
Here we see more parasites. Look at this. It's the size of a snake. This is what is inside of most people. This is during a colon hydrotherapy session. Here we see more parasites.
Yeah, that's disgusting. You really gotta, get your health together. Detox.
13,000 chemicals in fragrance. Fragrance actually has a loophole, so they don't have to disclose any toxins that are in fragrance and in that product. So if you get something like some perfume or some cologne, they don't got to tell you what's in it. And then somebody sprays themselves with arsenic and heavy metals and all these things, and all of a sudden they start having reactions. So if you are going to do anything with fragrance, you can look into organic essential oils. That's the simple solution. You put a little peppermint right on the neck or a little lavender right on the neck, and that's it. But you don't have to have all this synthetic stuff, and that's part of these industries. Fragrance creates an allergy industry. I mean, even like Febreze. The patent for Febreze talks about when a person sprays Febreze in their house, it will disable their sense of smell and taste. That's what the patent says. Think of how crazy this is. So a person's like, they spray all over. Now they can't smell and taste anymore. What does that create? Another business. Each thing creates a new business that never had to exist. It's like an adapter to the adapter to the adapter. But you can't figure out the root cause because you never got rid of the fragrance. 13,000 chemicals.
We are in a state of emergency right now, and people better wake the hell up to what's happening. Get ready for the mother of all false flag attacks.
We begin with the global computer crisis. The worst may be over, but the outage is still causing problems.
In the past few hours, we've gotten some really disturbing news about what's coming to the people of the United States and our infrastructure that we rely on every day to live our lives. They will use you like pawns, so don't fall for it. So a couple of big stories that we're tracking today. All of this thanks to cybersecurity company CrowdStrike pushing a simple software update, as they say. It backfired, brought down the United States banking industry, the airline industry, e-commerce, you name it. Oh, and by the way, don't call 911 because there are nationwide outages of 911 services all across the U.S. When the CrowdStrike CEO was asked about it, he looked like he had a heart attack on live television. He was trying to pass a kidney stone at the time.
Cybersecurity are always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries. Excuse me. Just 1 second, please.
Now, if one random company did that from a push of an air and everything just happened, come on, y'all. Look, man, they be putting that shit in front of us, and y'all know that. This is just for, entertainment purposes only. I'm about to start hosting talks on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. And wake up!
We are in a state.
The last thing these deletes want to see is 1 million or more superpowered neural melody.
Wait, that is crazy though. Like, how did that happen for real? And that's definitely, like that movie, how they show in that movie. I'm pretty sure a lot of that stuff is gonna start happening eventually, for sure.
Beings flying around, projecting energy blasts and telekinetically moving things with their mind. You could think shows like Supercell and Raising Dion is a joke if you want to. You could think it's just for show and theatrics. Our 12-strand genetics is being upgraded. There has been massive solar flares, family. Massive back-to-back consistent solar flares. Just today, there was 2 M flares. All right, these are ionizing particles. These M flares definitely have an effect on the Schumann resonance of the planet as well. Continue to eat your water. Continue to consume H3O2. Children of the sun, we are being activated. Or not, your neuromelanin is changing, okay? Remember that your neuromelanin is the personification of dark matter energy. This is the glue to the... Don't never let nobody tell you that you're not powerful just because someone else doesn't know what they contain in them and they don't know their power. Never let them make you think that you're not powerful. You're super powerful, all right? Remember, children of the sun, we have a symbiotic connection with the sun, all right? So when we elevate in consciousness, so does the sun. If you are indigenous to the planet, there's a harmonic frequency that's in resonance with you that is in tune with the planet as well, okay? And as the planet increases in frequency and terraforms, you're terraforming with it. This is why I speak so much on detoxification of the body in order to correctly integrate your cosmic body. I'm going to detox all toxic metals as well as parasitic organisms from processed food. Again, toxic metals like lead, cadmium, and mercury are the kryptonite to our neuromelanin, which is that dark matter energy. All the toxic metals that these deletes put around us is synonymous to Superman being around a bunch of kryptonite and not knowing it, all right? Imagine Superman not knowing he's an extraterrestrial from another planet, similar to a lot of us, right? And he get his power from the sun, but he's around a bunch of kryptonite, so he don't have the ability of flying. He don't have the ability of shooting his lasers out his eyes or really tapping into none of his actual gifts because the kryptonite is consistently around him. This is how we are on this planet, all right? There's a lot of things that these deletes put around us. And once everything's completely eradicated, we're going to tap into our 12-strand genetics and we're going to be more powerful than we ever imagined. Start today by detoxing all harmful parasitic organisms from our body as well as all harmful toxic metals designed to stagnate our ascension process. You want to consume a lot of foods rich in chlorophyll, okay? Kale, green apples, avocado, anything that has a green pigment is going to have and contain lots of chlorophyll, which is rich in mycelium. All right, that mycelium is going to wrap around those unwanted materials and it's going to expel them from your body. The best thing for heavy toxic metal removal is called chelation therapy, all right? And heavy metal chelation using cilantro and chlorella can naturally remove an average of 87% of lead, 91% of mercury, and 74% of aluminum from the body within 45 days. This is a heavy metal detox formula that I have available on Holistic Remedies for Ascension that's formulated with cilantro and chlorella that's specially designed for expelling and extracting toxic metals from the body. We are merging with new cosmic light, family, and it's important that you expel those toxic metals from your body. Again, when you step out in the sun with cadmium, lead, and mercury in your body, it's like throwing a bunch of knives, spoons, and forks in a microwave and turning it on, okay? Your melanin starts to spark from the inside out. So this is why these deletes implement these toxic metals. High-quality herbs and metaphysical...
I agree on that, for real, because you ever go outside and the sun just start hurting you? Yeah. That's how you know you got metals in your bodies. Like the toxins of that food is really like messing you up for real. But hey man, it's your life. You know, you want to eat crazy, keep eating crazy. It's up to you, man. But if you want to get some chlorophyll, you know, detox your body, do that.
Products for spiritual exploration. Click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to a...
I already got me some chlorophyll. I'm tired. I'm gonna drink some of that later.
Whoa, Plezzy has 70% less sugar? I wonder what else would be better with 70% less.
Why is this showing? How do you? This is crazy. I really hope he didn't get hurt. That hurt him.
Baby, if we is in a relationship, I am not P at all. I don't want to know what you doing, where you at, and who the hell you been with, dog. I don't want to hear no excuse. Because if you get the line to me, I'm going to pull up acting an ass. I'm talking about straight donkey. Hello. And you can't call me delusional because I'm going to let you know exactly what it is with me from the jump. Take it how you want to. Feel how you want to feel. I don't give a damn. You don't like it, you know where to do it. Don't let it hit you on the ass on the way out. Hello. Baby, if we is in a relationship, I am not...
Christian by degrees, Masonic religion revealed in the light of the faith in Jehovah, Testament for a New World, given to us being the 7 books containing essential spiritual wisdom, given to us by the Knights Templars. The table of contents reveals the Book of Jehovah and the Book of Jehovah's Kingdom on Earth, Jehovah's Kingdom on Earth with the Knights Templar emblem. We see that Jehovah's Kingdom on Earth is nothing more than a Masonic kingdom, like the British United Kingdom. Jehovah's Witnesses, along with the Mormon Friends, Seventh-day Adventists, and as we said, all the other York Rite Masonic cults in America are spreading. They are the shock troops, so to speak, for Freemasonry to take the message of the kingdom to the rest of us in this nation to accept their Masonic kingdom. And they, unbeknownst to themselves, are the forerunners for a new world order that they have no idea in this world is coming. Christian by degrees.
This string between your thumb and your forefinger, just hold it. Rest your elbow comfortably on your thigh. While you're holding that still, mentally have the idea it's moving back and forth. Don't worry, it'll start moving, and it'll start moving wider and wider. See, it's already doing that. Now once it's doing that, just change the idea in your mind that instead of swinging it like that, it's going to start swinging like this. See? Now, mentally have the idea that it's going to start making circles. There you are, see? Circles. Now bigger and bigger circles. There you are.
Oh my heavens.
Okay. You see, your expectancy determines outcome. And as long as you're not attached to the outcome will be guaranteed.
Okay.
This is living proof that every cell in your body is eavesdropping on your internal dialogue.
Interesting. Your mind controls your life. I agree.
Just made dinner for my beautiful queen. Yes, 100% plant-based. No, that's not steak. That's lion mane mushroom seasoned to perfection and cooked with nothing but love. On the side of that, you have butternut squash, garbanzo beans, and some cabbage on a bed of quinoa. See, family, when you got a beautiful woman, look how beautiful she is. Look at her skin. Man, look at her hair. When you got a beautiful woman like that, you got to feed her body at a cellular level. We are 100% vegan. I would tell y'all to click link in bio and purchase our Down South Vegan Cookbook, but y'all ain't ready to have skin like that. Y'all ain't ready to be vibrant like that and vibrate at that frequency. Nah, y'all ain't ready. But family, look at this. Can you eat this? If you love your woman, take care of your woman. The greatest leader in the home is first to serve it. Serve your women. Brother, serve your women. So she can whisper into the ears of God for you so blessings can rain down on you. Look at this. Ooh, look at this. Make a meat eater mad. Make you want to change your life. All praises. I love you guys. Eat to live. And if you got a beautiful woman like I do, that's 3 weeks postpartum. Love her from the bottom of her feet to the top of her head. All praises. Let me look at you, beautiful. Don't hurt nobody now. Don't hurt nobody now, baby. Just made dinner for my beautiful queen. Yes.
That's what's up, though, man.
Sugar that's isolated becomes poisonous. Sugar has to be followed with minerals, vitamins, and fiber, like in fruits and vegetables. Sugar in your teeth is called cavities. Sugar in your blood is called diabetes. Sugar in your skin is pre-aging. Sugar in a child's brain is ADHD. Sugar in an adult's brain is type 3 diabetes. Sugar in your eyes is glaucoma. Excessive sugar in the body is called cancer. Too much sugar circulating in your body while sleeping is called insomnia. The best way to remove excessive sugar out the body is take it in your fruits and vegetables. If you can't do that, I recommend a liver and kidney detox. Me, myself, I utilize the apple of Eve, which feeds every cell in your body while removing cellular waste that has over 1,000 reviews. You can choose whatever detox you want. Eat to live or die from eating. Sugar will kill you. Sugar that's isolated becomes poisonous. Sugar.
He is right. He is right about that.
Why are men If you pass a super long
My viewers is
worm-like
on.
structure, most people think it's a tapeworm, but that might not actually be the case. You see, some doctors believe that these strands, known as rope worms, aren't really parasites or worms at all. Instead, they might actually be long pieces of intestinal mucus that break off during the digestive process. And from there, they mix with your waste and come out looking like a worm. If you pass a super long worm-like...
Watch the whole video if you really want to understand maritime law.
You know, your body is a corporation. By law, your body, your physical body is a corporation. So when you die, you're a corpse, because when you're living, you're a corporation. You are a business. And hanging out with that person is bad business. Or who I hang out with is none of your business. Words and terms are based on maritime admiralty, the law of water. That's why when you go into a court, you have a gate. The people sit out here and the judge sits inside. The gate is called a floodgate. When you go through the canal, you have a floodgate. So when you're sitting out here, you're in the law of the land. The judge has no control or no jurisdiction over the people sitting out here. No jurisdiction whatsoever. But that's outside the gate. That's on land. But when you walk past that gate, now you're in hot water, and someone's going to have to bail you out. The law of water, maritime admiralty, it's an extraordinary story about how governments rule the world. And unless you understand this, you're never going to figure out what's going on. When you walk into a courtroom and they call your name, you get up and you put your hand on the gate, and you open the gate. The moment you put your hand on the gate, by international law, you of your own volition have opened yourself up to maritime admiralty law, because you were on the law of the land. As long as you don't touch that gate and go through it, you haven't opened the floodgate. Now once you open the floodgate, there's a piece of wood on top of that gate, and it's called the bar, and you're not licensed to pass the bar. So what you...
Watch the whole video if you really want to understand.
They say Aussie fresh, but their salads contain bioengineered food ingredients. Their bagels contain bioengineered food ingredients. Not so fresh.
Not so fresh, you're right.
Even the granola bars or fruit bars contains bioengineered food ingredients. They say Aussie fresh.
Be careful messing with voodoo, because here's what could happen.
The urban legend Papa Legba. It's a Haitian voodoo spirit. Whenever you chant, like,
AKA a
it's
demon.
supposed to come to you and like cause outside the building.
Be careful messing with voodoo, because here's what could happen.
The level of diabolicalism is through the roof. Ain't no way somebody got cameras inside of the porta potties. Like, no cap, you gotta be a Peepin' Tom 3000 to be getting off to somebody who taking a booty nuke. Y'all be aware when y'all using these porta potties, the public bathrooms, all of that. Gotta watch out, gang, cause you just might get giggitied. They went from cutting holes in the walls to putting cameras in the toilets. Like, whoever put that there has to have the aura of Quagmire. Giggity. Or this nigga from Family Guy. The real question is, bro, what was you planning on doing with that video? Like, this is a 4K camera with all type of light sensors and all of that. Like, you can't even go drop a plookie in peace. This is a crazy world we're living in, gang. You gotta be on your toes at all times, cause the freaky man is on the loose. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on cameras being inside of porta potties in the comments.
So
like and follow for more wisdom and stay.
And who, like, I don't know how people use the public restrooms. I can't do it.
Hey, I wouldn't do that, bud.
Making your own sauces, marinades, and dips may seem complicated and time-consuming, but it's actually pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Like this creamy dill ranch. It's oil-free and sugar-free, so save the recipe and make your own.
This is how to avoid eating fake toxic fruit.
Something bad is happening to the fruit in America. Hundreds of people on TikTok are reporting that anytime they buy produce from a grocery store, it's super rubbery and almost feels fake. It happened to this woman when she bought watermelon for her kids as it was super stretchy and inedible, and again when this person bought avocados in Texas that felt like Play-Doh. It's even been happening to bananas, and this popular TikToker swears that there was a fake blueberry made out of silicone in the pack of real blueberries that she allegedly bought from Costco. And as a result, everyone in the comments is freaking speaking out saying that the fruits are being pumped with growth hormones, and others are saying that they will only be shopping at farmers markets from now on.
It's crazy how we get into a point where we can't even trust the fruit no more. There's literally fields of fruit being sprayed by all types of crazy chemicals. And if you don't have the proper guidance, you're bound to eat one. That's why I created this grocery guide so that you can avoid toxic food. They'll tell you how to find organic fruit and how to stay away from toxic chemicals. Just comment the word grocery and I'll send it to you. Love y'all, family. Stay safe. This is how to avoid eating fake toxic fruit.
Okay, cut.
Wow, Neil Armstrong. Hey, wait a minute. You're supposed to be on the moon. I just saw it on TV.
Oh, there's a tape delay, and with all solar winds.
Wow. Well, hey, if they put in a film guide, they know the moon alien is fake. That's a hoax for sure. Dang, that's crazy. They really put the truth right in my face. Right in our face. They some G's for real. They some G's for real. I ain't gonna lie.
The best way to keep a prisoner from escaping is to make sure he never knows he is in prison. In 60 seconds, you will understand how you are being held back by the Matrix. 1. Salary is the drug they give you to forget your dream. 2. School teaches you to follow rules, not break them. But only the rule breakers are the ones who succeed. 3. They don't want a nation of thinkers. They want a nation of workers. 4. You worked for 40 years, 8 hours a day. And after 40 years, you're still broke. Think about that for a second.
That's great.
5. They teach you to be a good consumer, not a good producer. But in today's world, it's more important than ever to be able to create value. 6. They give you comfort through video games, movies, and shows. Comfort is a drug. Once you get used to it, it becomes addicting. Give a weak person consistent stimulation, tasty food, and cheap entertainment, and they'll throw their ambitions right at you. The best way to keep a prisoner from escaping is to make sure he never knows.
Black versus European genetics, are we the same or different? Let's find out. First thing you must understand when it comes to black versus European genetics is that the basis of black genetics is carbon, selenium, and copper. The basis of European genetics is nitrogen, sulfur, and ammonia. Stay with me. For instance, people of color are allergic to dairy products and milk. As you see here, 75 to 95% of African Americans are lactose intolerant versus the European race, 18 to 26% are lactose intolerant. European people can actually get good nutrition from consuming milk and dairy products. Why is that? Because the basis of milk is nitrogen and ammonia. What race of people have a genetic baseline of nitrogen and ammonia? European. That is why when a person of color consumes dairy products, they end up getting bubble guts, the runs, or constipated, because that gene has been turned off for us to be able to digest lactose, versus the European race still has that gene turned on. This is why you must eat to cater to your genetic makeup. Like and share this video. I'm out. Black versus European genetics.
You see with Upper Friday when Craig Daddy was in the car. You know, gotta get to the bathroom. That burrito messed him up.
Hello, my healthy friends. Yep, there is one drink that I would never have or give to my kids as a holistic nutritionist, and that is the one and only Arnold Palmer half and half lemonade and iced tea. Never. Why? Just look at the ingredients. There is sucralose, there's high fructose corn syrup, and these ingredients has been linked to diabetes, high blood pressure, and obesity. Let me know your thoughts about this video. Do you drink this? And if you enjoy videos just like this one, go ahead and give us a follow. And as always, I want you to stay safe and I want you to stay healthy. Hello, my healthy friends.
That I basically was shown that I am all that there is in this experience, and now wanting to know that I actually am everything there is. I was shown that I'm everything. So there is only one energy playing itself out in different aspects. So for example, there is God energy, right? Like that's all there is. Everyone is God.
So many people have been tagging me and sending me this video because everything she experienced is basically everything I talk about on TikTok. So for everybody that is finding it hard to understand that everything is God, think about this. If I asked you to bake a cake but you had no ingredients to make the cake, so you had no eggs, you had no flour, you had no baking powder, how would you bake the cake? Understand that before there was anything, there was God. God was all that there was. There was nothing to create out of except God itself. So the trees, the water, you, everything is God because everything comes from God. That is the material that was used to create everything. God isn't just the creator, but the source of creation itself, the material that is used to create. There was nothing to create out of except God. So even though God is the creator, God is also the source of creation. Another analogy. So say now you've baked the cake. So you've made the cake. If you cut the cake into slices, every single slice is going to have every single ingredient that is within every other slice. So every slice has a bit of eggs, butter, baking powder. So all that there is within all that there is. When you understand this, you understand that God is the substance that makes you. You are God. God is your DNA. God is in everything that there is because that was the material that was used to create everything that there is. So to get closer to God, this infinite substance that makes you, is to get closer to yourself. To get closer to your infinite self, to get closer to your authentic consciousness. So you need to stop this external understanding that God is something outside of you. How can you be outside?
She making some good points.
Something that makes you. The material that used to make you, it can't be outside of you. It's literally in your DNA. It's literally you. It's everything that you're made out of. Understand that you don't have a religion to anything, but you have a relation with everything that there is, because everything that there is you. The same substance, infinite substance that makes the world is the one that makes you. The one that makes the trees and the water is the one that makes you. So understanding yourself is understanding God. That's what it is.
Indeed, indeed. I agree.
Tell us your name and what you do for a living.
Hi, I'm Maxwell Lahin, and I am a physicist, inventor, entrepreneur, and, well, I guess change maker. I'm 13, and I feel like I can change the world, and I've already started my positive impact on it.
What have you done? How have you changed the world so far?
So aside from inventing a whole bunch of different stuff that probably won't matter now, but my most recent thing, which has gotten me a little bit of attention online, is my energy device, where I extract electromagnetic energy from everything around us and convert it into electrical energy. In other words, a stream of unlimited energy. So, you know.
So, do you think you can solve our energy crisis here on planet Earth?
I believe I will, and I believe I already have solved the main problem. Now it's just a matter of, getting this out there.
And what do you need to be able to get this out there? You just need somebody to watch this video and say, here's some money, or what do you need?
Well, all I can think of really is support, Throughout history, people like me have been prosecuted and killed, murdered, and a lot of other very horrible things. And if I have support from a lot of people, I don't think that that will happen in our modern day and age. We're a little bit too civilized for that. So all I'm saying is that if you think the world should be a better place too, then, support.
Okay, so we started off by talking about my book, E equals MC squared, and the new definition of God, and you told me that you had already come to the same conclusion 3 years ago, and that my book was a dumbed-down version of your theory, which I think it's clearly the case. What is God?
So, we're in the United States.
Yes, and people walking around down in the basement here. Go ahead. What is God?
Okay, so a lot of people think God is, quite in the biblical sense, a guy sitting up on a cloud who controls the universe, frankly, and has created all life. But my definition of God is not like that. I don't believe God is a person or entity. God is just another form of energy. Well, actually is energy. Himself, well, not even himself, itself. For the fact that you look at the Bible and other really, awesome but extremely vague and unreliable sources in religion that, hold these sources that we find and facts that we find, or so-called facts that we find, and really a lot of people think it's just about faith. But if you relate the Bible to quantum physics and apply most of the laws actually in not less of a figurative sense, but more of a literal sense, and replace it with things like the universe, you'll eventually find out that it explains in-depth quantum physics and astrophysics, experiments and theories. Well, maybe not theories, because maybe now they're proven. Who knows? Maybe the Bible isn't a story of something that happened on Earth, but maybe a story of how our universe began. For the fact that, honestly, I don't really buy into the literal biblical sense. Like, you know, God is literally a guy who looks like us, who sits up in an alternate realm that's in our clouds and, you know, watches over all of us. But I guess you could say that he's an energy form that created all, is all, and is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. God, or energy, lives within us, through us, and is us, frankly.
So you said what? That God is the energy that is in us, created us, and is us. Is that your definition?
Yeah.
I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Sort of, yeah. God is energy. That's my thing. And I mean, like, you look at dimensional theory, and eventually we have, you know, the singularity at the beginning of the universe that is energy.
This kid is
and then,
smart.
You know, eventually that begins to slow down in vibration due to entropy or some other law of that sort. And then, you know, first you get photonic light, and then that slows down, and then we get matter, and then that slows down, and then who else knows what comes next? We have gravity, and then we have time, you know, all coming in at one sense. I mean, does that sound like origin story to you? It kind of does a little bit to me, but, you know, maybe that's just a coincidence. Maybe these philosophers or unreliable monks, we call them, that lived up in the mountains and wrote this weird book that doesn't have any factual evidence behind it. Maybe
goddesses, as I expressed, these avatars are actually meant to be immortal, okay? Over the years, we've been poisoned once they attack us and actually brought us from our primordial essence. But these avatars are actually immortal. And in the Tao, they actually believe that there's 8 people that are actually immortals, all right? So we do have the ability of claiming the keys to immortality. And again, this is typically facilitated through practices such as Qigong and Tai Chi. And again, you have to harbor the energy in 3 chakra centers, 3 chakra points. And this is through the solar plexus chakra, as well as the heart chakra and the third eye chakra. Once this is done through proper energy distribution, you begin to preserve your avatar. Most of these beings that are deemed immortals don't consume food. Okay, most of them actually are pretty much breatharians. There's claims of Count Saint Germain living up to 500 years old. This is evidence of someone actually claiming the keys to immortality. This is primarily why Dr. Sebi promoted a high alkaline diet. Either you're alkaline or you're acidic. If you're acidic, you're closer towards death. And if you're alkaline, you're closer towards life. Consumption of alkaline is consumption of light photons. This is another reason why I promote the use of things like shilajit, okay? Your body needs 102 minerals to remain in homeostasis. All right, and typically a lot of the water that we're consuming is dead water. All right, living is water that flows through a creek. All right, water that collects minerals as it's traveling. The water we sit in actually collects microplastics. All right, so things like shilajit are phenomenal for reverse aging because of the fulvic acid properties. Shilajit has actually been scientifically proven to reverse the process of senescence. Senescence occurs once your cells begin to eradicate. Once this happens, your skin begins to wrinkle, you go through the process of aging, your hair follicles begin to gray, etc. Now, for those that actually prefer the use of capsules, also have the sea moss as well as the shilajit available, okay? And these are both essential for raising your trace minerals. The first thing you're gonna notice when you replenish your depleted trace minerals is an increase in energy, okay? And this is primarily because there's more prana going to your chakra network. Another thing I highly recommend for preserving your vitality is black seed oil, okay, because it's rich in thymoquinone, which is very effective for fighting diseases like cancer. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual exploration, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension. Gods and goddesses, as I...
Look!
This was a wild
I saw this. This is crazy. I would have got out of there too.
And then capsizing a boat off the coastline of New Hampshire. That crash sent the man on board flying into the water.
2 teenagers on another boat captured that incredible incident on camera, and they tell WBZ's Mike Sullivan it was something they will never forget.
You know the risk when you come out here. It's really unusual what happened to us this morning.
Greg Packett and Ryland Kenny were fishing off the waters of Rye, cruising out no different than now. Only then their boat hadn't been capsized by a whale.
Thankfully, it was slow enough that I could kind of swim my way out away from it before it completely capsized.
Colin and Wyatt Yeager were fishing nearby when it happened.
We saw it come out a few more times.
The whale was feeding off pogies below. Colin had his rod in one hand, a phone in the other.
It's just unreal, completely unreal.
He snagged a striper on his line right as he hit record on this video.
Yeah, all of a sudden, bam, right there.
The whale leaped out of the water, cresting over Greg and Ryland's boat.
He just happened to come up, he had a mouthful of fish coming in and just crashed down on the back boat.
Remember I told y'all the whales were trying to tell us something. There's something going on in the ocean, yo. Or something down there spooking the shit out of them. Oh my God! Look!
This was a wild sight to see.
I want you to realize that the more you heal yourself, the more triggered people are going to get around you. As you do the work to clear out all the things that are wounding your soul, you get all the darkness out from inside of you. Whenever you get around somebody who has wounds on their soul, these little dark splotches of pain, your light being around them is going to feel like it's burning them. This is why the higher you go in terms of your healing, the more people you are going to piss off. And so if that bothers you, if you feel like, oh, why don't they like me? Or you feel like you're attached to validation, guess what? Try and change your perspective to seeing that your light, if you're actually healing yourself and it's not some superficial BS, if you're really healing yourself, you're also healing them. Your light is shining over.
That's true though. Like some people just can't, deal with it, but they have to. So you just keep shining. You keep doing you.
How could chemtrails cause mind control? Well, what people don't is that your consciousness is governed by light. Light comes in through your eyes and hits your pineal gland. You have to have that. And you have to have it. And the pineal gland is the center of consciousness. It's the center of the soul, Descartes said. Okay? And so light, the color of light, changes your consciousness. And if the sun is changing, then it's possible that our consciousness is changing. It could be that the changing nature of the sun over the last 20 years is what's causing the Great Awakening that's happening. And they know that the Great Awakening is happening. Previous to our other conversation about archons. What if the archons realized that the changing nature of the sun was going to wake people up and they're going to find out about them? What do? That's what they do. They spray the skies. Everywhere. I have a friend who just was traveling through Europe last week, 2 weeks straight in Europe. I go to Europe all the time. I used to never see chemtrails in Europe. He said the skies were filled with them. I have a friend who lives in South Africa, Michael Tellinger. Same thing. He tells me the skies are filled with chemtrails now. They used to just be in the United States, he said.
There's no clear days anymore.
There's no clear days anymore. And they've upped it. I don't know if you've noticed, but they've upped it. It's now much more spraying than there used to be, say, 3 years ago. Right. And the spraying is different. They've really gotten sophisticated. This is some of the thicker, like that middle cloud there in that photograph. They've really gotten good with their with whatever technology they're using here, because now how could chemtrails cause mind control?
They sure be spraying the sky though, y'all. For real. They love doing that, man.
These Instant Pot Slow Cooker Barbecue Jackfruit Sandwiches are about to be your favorite summer recipe. This beginner-friendly recipe is so delicious and perfect for a busy night. Let's get into it. We're gonna start out by thoroughly seasoning our jackfruit with an array of seasonings, as well as brown sugar and my favorite barbecue seasoning from Can Do Spice. Once the jackfruit is fully coated, we'll add it into our Instant Pot, followed by some sliced onions, barbecue sauce, maple syrup, and ketchup. Mix everything well, then we'll use our slow cook setting, but if you don't have the 3 hours to wait, go ahead and do the pressure cooker setting. It comes out just as delicious. In the meantime, we're gonna make a quick and easy coleslaw by whisking together plant-based mayo, vinegar, maple syrup, lime zest and lime juice, purple cabbage, green cabbage, shredded carrots, and cilantro. Once your barbecue jackfruit is ready, we're gonna go ahead and add this to a bun, followed by our coleslaw, and if you're into pickles, you can add them, and
Good eats right there, man.
You know what plantation they've never shown us, Abby? The most prominent ones.
That real stuff, man. He broke that down for real.
They are putting real spells in these TV shows that go straight into your living room, and this is proof straight from the TV show writer.
There's a rumor that
production was called by real witches of New Orleans, saying you're playing with fire and you got to change up your chants. It's true?
So in season 1, when I was the writer's assistant, I wrote the chants. And I would go online and like look up spells. I was like, why not? And then I'd like change a couple words. I'd go and I'd like figure out a spell, and then like go and change a couple words to French and a couple words to like Creole, a couple words to like Haitian Creole. Or you could do Google Translate. Difficult. You could do Google Translate to Haitian Creole, and then I'd like throw some Latin in. And I was just like making some spells, and then we got a call from a woman in New Orleans who was like, I think that you're playing with fire. I think that you're, what are you trying to do? You're putting these spells in everybody's living room all across America. Like we were like the person everybody watched the show. And then I started making shit up a little weirder.
They are putting real spells in these TV shows that go straight into your living room.
One of the fastest ways to create something in your physical reality is to reverse the normal process by which we create things. Usually we create things first by thinking about it. I think I'll go to that party. And then we say something about it, as in, Matilda, I'm coming to your party tonight. And then we do something about it, as in showing up at the party. Here I am, just as I said I would be, because I thunk the thought this morning. Okay? That's generally how we produce things in our reality. In fact, everything in this room was once a thought in someone's mind. There is nothing that was not once a thought in someone's mind somewhere. But if you want to really play tricks with the universe and create magic with the stuff of life itself, reverse the thought, word, deed paradigm. Turn it upside down and start with the deed. That is to say, act as if. If you want to experience abundance, be abundant and do as abundance does. Therefore, if you have only $5 left to your name, go to a store and get them transferred and made into singles. And take 5 singles and walk down the street and give a single to each of 5 people who have even less than you do. And by the way, you will find those people very easily. One of the fastest ways to create
That's interesting.
something.
You gotta be like you abundant already. That's the energy you gotta have. Indeed. Alright, y'all. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that, got something from it, got a little laughing, all that good stuff. But with all that being said, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you get your walk in. Make sure you get outside in that sun. If it's definitely not raining where you are, do that. Alright. With all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.